So, trying to make this enclosed trailer better. Made a lot of headway. I just love these pit posse tie downs. And the problem is I have 6 in here. And with the 6th one in the back, I can't put a bike there because of this big toolbox. So I like this toolbox from Harbor Freight. It's done a good job. It just sticks out. It's too wide this way. I mean, it's too deep, and it's too wide as well. So I originally had a small toolbox down here. And the other problem is I can't get my wife's side-by-side in here. I mean, the tires just like rub the front of this when they hit the wall on the other side over here. So, and obviously we can't use that chock at all. So I used to run a little toolbox. I used to have a little toolbox that I sat right down here and just tied down. And that's this box right here. And that was fine. But bending over to get tools, the older I get, the less I like bending over. So this is part of laziness and part that I wanted the toolbox up high. So I just kind of welded this up over the past couple days. And just used some angle iron for the sides. And angle here. This is all 1 inch. And then up here, obviously. So the toolbox drops in. This is angle. So the toolbox just sits on angle like that. And I thought, well, while I'm here, I might as well put a shelf in too. So this is just some 16 gauge, 3 inches here, 5 inches in the back, 5 inches on the sides, just so I can drop stuff in and they won't fall out. Dirt and dust will fall through here. It won't collect. And the same thing down here. I thought I'm going to get another toolbox that I want to keep maybe wiring stuff in or soldering. I don't know, whatever. If I'm going on a long trip, I want to take all that stuff with me. And so I'll just have a little space down there that I can drop another small toolbox there. And hopefully this will be enough space for all the tools I have. You know, there's 4 drawers. There's that top part. These do lock when this is closed. So that's kind of mandatory. Made a couple things on this to make it adjustable in case I wanted to make this where I could take it out of the trailer and roll it around without lifting a heavy toolbox. That's another reason I wanted to make this, so I wouldn't have to carry the toolbox. Not that it's that heavy, and I'm not that much of a wimp, even though I am. I can carry a toolbox, but it would be nice if it was on wheels. So I just picked up a couple of these at Home Depot. These are like $5, 6-inch wheels, 1/2-inch rod that goes across here. And just drilled them, little R pin right there on each side. Okay, that was easy. And then I wanted to space it to where this axle was far enough back that this, when it hits the wall, is big enough or sticks out enough so that when I open this, I have room for it to flop open and stay open. Okay. So then what about the top? I just made a little handle here. This is the stop for the top. So this hits the wall, and it's also a handle that you can just grab and roll it around. Okay. So cool. Obviously I have to, I'm going to soak it in phosphoric acid and then paint it because that's my favorite thing to do. On the bottom here, I was going to just go ahead and make just some 1-inch square tubing long enough so that it hit the ground and that it was level with this. Then I realized that these tires are going to be sitting on my E-track here, so I just went ahead and made these adjustable. These are 1/2-inch carriage bolts that are about, well, you can see how long there. There's the top of it, I don't know, a couple, 2.5 inches long or so, maybe 3. And then I just welded a nylon lock nut with a nylon up here, right on the edge right there. And so I can use a 1/2-inch wrench and just open these, move them up or down. Where's the wrench? If the wrench will go on it, that is. Golly, the hardest things in life. Okay, so then that'll be nice. I worried that these round carriage bolt heads would make a dent in the wood, and they couldn't do that. I'd almost rather have a flat bolt there. But that does make it adjustable, so if I ever take it out of here and then have it in the garage, I can adjust those and use it as just kind of a light rolling toolbox that I can roll out for projects or whatever. Or if I'm working on my dirt bike in my garage, got all my dirt bike tools in here, I can just roll it out of here, roll it into the garage, and in the garage there I can work on my bikes without trying to duplicate all my tools. So Yeah, and then if I go to run the trailer or use the trailer for hauling furniture or loan it to somebody that's going to use it to haul furniture, which has happened a couple times already, I can just zip those out. Can roll this out now real easily. As you can see, I had taken the casters off this Harbor Freight one, and that just made it sit flatter. It was more stable. I liked it better. It didn't try to shift around, but it also made it not very portable. So when it came time to move it, obviously it was kind of a pain. I had to lift it onto that little dolly. Let's just roll this in place and see what this looks like. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to adjust the feet so it sits level. Also, that's going to bump into that right there, so it's not going to sit exactly level anyway, but I can go ahead and adjust the feet where that hits there. There's not a brace behind there, but what I'm also going to do is weld in a couple rings like this, kind of like right here. And that way I can run a strap from down here up around the front and then back down the other side. That's what that strap's right there for. Okay, good. Okay, so here's another view of the rack with the toolbox out. And it does lean out just a little bit, which is okay, because that allows the toolbox lid to fold back and open up. So that broom might be on the way. Lane, you'll be happy to see I got a broom. Okay, cool. And I extended the legs a little bit, so it's actually pretty secure right there. Okay, got it coated in phosphoric acid. That dried and painted with black appliance paint. About all right. It'll work. And yeah. Let's roll it up in here. This is going to be a little heavier with some tools in it, but okay. Takes up a lot less space. So be able to get a dirt bike in right here. Handlebars are still clear up here. Forks will clear. This is much narrower than this Harbor Freight box. As you can see, this is 18 inches and this is 9. So the UTV will fit in here easier as well. Good. Problem solved. Let's get it tied in and see what it looks like. Okay. Now it's pretty easily removable. E-track comes up. This little strap runs underneath the drawers and sort of right on top of this edge, so it shouldn't be too much in the way of putting things in and out of here, but I want to make sure it cleared the drawer here. Strap comes back down. It's pretty solid. Rattles, but it doesn't move at all. I think that's enough metal against the wood. It shouldn't indent that there. It might make a mark or indent it over time. I may have to resolve that. The feet seem to be pretty good though, the adjustable feet. They're in contact, so wheels are in contact. Now if I want to take it out, just loosen the ratchet strap right there, unhook it right there, and roll it out. It's out of the way. And then I can get my floor space back if I ever need to. Good, now we'll just have to see if all the tools fit in there.